Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and this is a movie review on Screen Fiend. Please subscribe, and we're going to go and tackle the movie Tully. Tully is a movie in the third installment from the male and female directors that I can't remember their names right now, but whenever they team up, they seem to make magic. I want to say one of them's name is Jacob, but I don't want to be wrong here. But when they team up, they make movie magic. They teamed up with Juno. Remember that? Pregnant woman. With Ellen Page as Juno. I thought it was hilarious. It was funny. It made sense. Juno was great. J.K. Simmons was in that one, and he was great as the dad of Juno. And I think Michael Cera played the boyfriend who got Juno pregnant. Then there became another situation. They came with young adult years after that about an older woman who was played by Charlize Theron, who just was, an adult but just refused to grow up. It was a great movie. She was just in her second childhood, as you would say. Then it brings us to Tully, their third installment. Well, again with Charlize Theron, but this time she's pregnant. They seem to love to work that pregnant angle. And what Tully is a movie that's based on her pregnancy. I'm about to tell you. She's based on a woman who's pregnant. She's married. She's got a kid that's, borderline autistic, and he's different. She's got another daughter that's around her age, and now she's got this newborn baby, and she's trying to juggle taking them to school, cooking, cleaning. She's all for work, so she's got 3 kids now. She can't really navigate. They told her to get some help. She's like, we really can't afford any help right now. So he's like, we just need some, to do things. And then she's got a husband who comes home, he wonder what's to eat. And then the next thing you know, it's video game time. Well, if you go to the movie theaters, I'm quite sure you'll see Tully. So, anyway, Tully is having a hard time dealing with this pressures of, your kid who's autistic. He needs a lot more attention than your daughter and everything else, and he's throwing tantrums, and you're trying to control the situation. She's pregnant. She's got the baby now. There's a newborn. She's screaming. She's about to burst because she's got to keep it sane, or she's going to just lose it with stress. So what she does is something unconventional. And she decides to call the number to call in this nighttime sitting nanny. So next thing you know, she's doing all this, with this nighttime nanny. She's able to rest and just starts working. Her name's Tully. And Tully comes in and starts doing all the nighttime nursing and taking care of the things like the baby and letting her rest and only bringing her up to breastfeed, and everything's looking great. As far as the stories and everything else. And She's getting sleep. She's able to rest. She's cooking now. She's more into it. And so as her and this nighttime nanny get closer and closer, she's really attached to the nighttime nanny. Oh, there's an accident. Well, that happens. And the guy seems to be a cop. So the nighttime nanny is there, and they're just going back and forth, talking, and they're bonding, and she's in a relationship with a guy she don't know if she should be with. You know, she's loving the nighttime nanny. She's great with the baby, and she could rest, and everything's going great. So the husband never really deals with the nanny at all. It's just normally the wife. So one night she brings the nanny in. She wakes the husband up, and she has the nanny sleeping with the husband while she wait. You know, she's sitting there, and she's like, just go with it. And he's like, okay. He just sits there, and the nanny's taking off her waitress shirt, and then he was like, should we talk about last night? She was like, no, there's no need. I'm not jealous. And he's like, okay. Like, that was weird. So the husband is blown away by this thing. So now her and Tully goes out. Tully was like, go out drinking. The husband's here. He could watch the kid. He's not doing nothing. He but playing the video games, but he could watch the baby. So let's just go out. So the girls, they go out, and they're drinking. And after all this drinking and stuff and partying, they get into a car accident. There's a mermaid that came and helped her get out of the car. And she swims to the top. She goes to the hospital. Then they find out, she keeps screaming about this Tully person. And they had no number of Tully. Tully did not exist. Tully was her younger self. Her psychosis was making her see somebody who wasn't there. Tully was a younger person, was her when she was younger, as a teenager, or in her early 20s. So she's able to tell Tully all these different things. And at first she was looking at Tully as if Tully was not her, just a whole nother person. So what we have here is a Fight Club situation with Tyler Durden. It's an entertaining movie. I would give it but it's one of those artsy type movies, you know, like you really have to be vested in it. There's no action in the film, but it's very well written and directed. I'll give it 3 stars out of 4. But it would have been cooler if it was some Fight Club stuff going on in it, yeah. But that's Tully. Spoiler loaded. So that's the kicker, ends Tully. Now, some people be like, well, why are you doing the spoilers? Because the movie's been out long enough. And all it really pointed out was that the husband was a piece of you-know-what. Because in the end, he was a piece of you-know-what. He got a wife sitting there that's giving her, you know, doing all this work, cooking, cleaning, got to deal with 3 kids. Your son is autistic, you know that. And the first thing you thinking about is playing a damn video game? Then when she's in the hospital, now he wants to be super dad. You know, now it's, oh no, babe, I love you. I'm so sorry I let this happen. You know this was happening right under your nose. I just thought you had it under control. Did she look like, I'm like, if you looked at her, like, do you think she got it under control? She got to go up to the school, argue with the schools, and do all these different things. I gotta watch it again. If it came on cable and I'm sitting there with a chick, she might be into it. So I don't know. Depends on the situation, but I pretty much doubt it. So for me, it's a 1 and out. No, I'm gonna go watch Book Club next week. A guy from up here wrote it and directed the film, so we always like to support our Illinois filmmakers. Well, we can always get better. Anybody can get better. So we'll take that approach to it. Yeah, you can check it out. I mean, it's probably going to be out of the theaters pretty soon. It's been there for like 2 weeks there now, so it's at the smaller theaters. You know, that's how I saw the movies like The Shape of Water. When Thor Ragnarok was out, that's when The Shape of Water and all these other movies were out. Like we had the Vincent Van Gogh movies, you know, like we've dealt with these situations many times before as far as film. You know, as dealing with the smaller films, the artsier, winning the Oscar for like that. This movie here is incredible. But one movie that I thought was so overrated was Jackie with Natalie Portman. I mean, she played Jackie Kennedy Onassis, and I went there and saw that there, and I'm like, this film is so overrated. She played a great performance. But it's just so boring. You're not really as vested in the film as you thought you would be. Well, that's what I'm saying. You will enjoy exactly what I said. You will enjoy Deadpool 2 if you enjoyed the first one. But it's just not, it's not as good as the first one. People were mad at the review I gave it. I don't know why, but I just thought that was the fairest review, and I didn't even do a spoiler review yet. So I was waiting to like give it a couple of days to do a spoiler review, but there's nothing really to spoil here. You know, I didn't tell them who the other guy was, but everybody knows it now. So when I come home tonight, I might do the spoiler review. How about that? So I'm out. I gotta charge my phone anyway. Don't forget, check out some videos on the Casino for Life page. I put out a number of videos. The Jay-Z streaming video, that's Jay-Z's hiring a cyber security firm. That one was pretty interesting. So anyway, I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. Gotta pay attention to the road now.